English learners! Welcome back to English You Never Learned.
The podcast where we help you make learning English fun and easy. I'm Leo.
And I'm Emma. Today, we have a super fun topic: how to describe your favorite movie in English. If you're a movie lover, this is the episode for you.
Absolutely. Movies are such a great way to practice English because they expose you to different accents, expressions, and vocabulary. And let's be honest, everyone loves talking about movies. So today, we'll show you how to describe your favorite movie in English, whether it's a classic, a comedy, or an action film.
That's right. Whether you're talking to friends, sharing a movie recommendation, or discussing your favorite scenes, being able to talk about movies in English will help you sound more natural and engaged in conversations.
We'll give you phrases and vocabulary to describe the plot, characters, setting, and even your opinions on the movie. And the best part is, by the end of this episode, you'll be ready to describe your favorite movie like a pro.
Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this episode with a friend who loves movies. We'd love to help more learners like you.
Now, let's get into the fun part talking about movies.
Let's start with the basics. When you want to introduce your favorite movie, it's simple. You can say, "My favorite movie is," or "I really love this movie called."
Exactly. For example, you could say, "My favorite movie is The Lion King," or "I really love this movie called Inception." It's a great way to start a conversation about films.
Yes! And after you've introduced the movie, you can talk a bit about why it's your favorite. Maybe it's the plot, the characters, or the emotional impact. For instance, I love The Lion King because it has such a beautiful message about life and family.
Or you could say, "I really enjoy Inception because of its complex and mind-bending story. It keeps you guessing until the very end." This gives the listener some insight into why you love the movie.
Once you've introduced your favorite movie, it's time to talk about the plot. Describing the plot of a movie in English can be tricky, but it doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly. You don't need to give away the entire plot, but you can summarize the main idea. For example, if you're describing The Lion King, you could say, "It's about a young lion named Simba who has to overcome challenges to become king of the jungle."
And you can also use phrases like, "the movie follows," or "the story is about," to introduce the plot. For example, the movie follows a group of astronauts who are trying to save Earth in Interstellar.
Great examples. If you want to give a bit more detail without spoiling the movie, you can describe some of the key events. In the movie, Simba loses his father, and he has to face his fears to take back his rightful place as king.
Perfect. When you're describing a plot, try to keep it brief but clear. You want to give your listener just enough information to get them interested, without telling them everything that happens.
Next, let's talk about the characters in the movie. Describing the characters can really bring your conversation to life. You can start by saying something like, "The main character is," or "one of the main characters is."
Exactly. If you're describing The Lion King, you could say, "The main character is Simba, a young lion who goes on a journey of self-discovery." Or, if you're talking about Harry Potter, you might say, "The main character is Harry, a young wizard who discovers he's famous for defeating a dark wizard."
And don't forget to describe their personalities. You can say things like, "Simba is brave, but also a little naive at the beginning of the movie." Or, "Harry is kind, hearted, and determined, even when facing challenges."
Great point. Adding a little bit about their emotions or motivations makes it easier for others to relate to the characters. For example, Simba is motivated by his desire to live up to his father's legacy, or Harry is driven by his need to protect his friends and defeat Voldemort.
Now, let's talk about the setting. The setting is where the story takes place, and it's a great way to make your description more interesting. For example, in The Lion King, you could say, "The story takes place in the African savanna, with beautiful landscapes and vibrant colors."
Yes, or you could say, "The movie is set in a magical world full of wizards and mythical creatures." If you're talking about Harry Potter, the setting often plays a huge role in creating the movie's atmosphere and making it memorable.
Absolutely. Describing the setting can help bring the movie to life. You might also want to describe the mood or tone of the setting. For instance, The setting in The Dark Knight is dark and gritty, reflecting the film's intense and serious tone.
Now, let's talk about your opinion of the movie. One of the most important parts of describing your favorite movie is expressing why you like it. This is where you can really show your personality.
You can start by saying, I think it's a fantastic movie because, or, in my opinion, this movie is, for example, I think The Lion King is a fantastic movie because of its heartwarming story and unforgettable music.
You could also say, in my opinion, Inception is one of the best sci-fi films ever made because of its unique concept and breathtaking visuals. Or, I love The Shawshank Redemption because of its powerful message about hope and friendship.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to share why you feel that way. For instance, I think Forrest Gump is so touching because it shows how one person can have a huge impact on the world, despite their simple background.
Now, what if someone asks you about a movie you didn't like as much? It's totally okay to share your opinion, but it's important to be respectful when describing why you didn't enjoy it.
Right. You can say things like, I didn't enjoy the movie as much because, or, I didn't think the plot was very engaging. For example, I didn't really like The Room because the storyline was confusing and the acting felt a bit forced.
But it's always a good idea to find something positive to say too, like, even though I didn't like it, I thought the cinematography was great, or the actors did a good job with what they had to work with.
That's a great approach. Being honest about your opinion is important, but it's also nice to be diplomatic and not just focus on the negative.
So, now you're ready to describe your favorite movie in English. Whether it's talking about the plot, characters, setting, or giving your opinion, these phrases and techniques will help you sound natural and confident.
And don't forget, the more you practice, the easier it will get. If you can talk about your favorite movie in English, imagine how confident you'll feel describing other things, too, like books, TV shows, or even personal experiences.
Exactly. Movies are just the beginning, but they're a great way to start building your speaking skills. So, next time someone asks you about your favorite movie, you'll be ready to dive in and share all the exciting details.
If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's also learning English. We'd love to help more people practice speaking and share their love for movies.
Thanks for listening, everyone. This was the English You Never Learned podcast. Until next time, keep speaking, and remember, share your favorite movies with the world.
Bye, everyone.